Welcome to Australian Immigration. Today, 8 most important Australian immigration changes in 2023 so far. Starting from the huge sponsorship visa news, we have a lot of updates to share regarding the Australian sponsorship visa. 1. All sponsorship visa holders can apply for the permanent visa. By the end of 2023, all sponsorship visa holders in Australia will be eligible to apply for the Permanent Employer Nomination 186 visa, regardless of whether their occupation is on the medium and long-term strategic skills list, or the short-term skilled occupation list, or on the regional occupation list available for the 482 visa. But note, this change has not been implemented yet. We will let you know and probably host a party when it comes into effect. 2. Working years requirement reduced. Another important part of the announcement above is that all sponsored workers will be able to apply for the Permanent Employer Nomination 186 visa after 2 years only, not 3 years as it is currently the requirement. 3. Changing sponsoring employer rule updated. The timeframe for sponsorship visa holders to find a new sponsor or employer when they are no longer employed by their original sponsor will be increased from 60 days to 6 months, with unlimited work rights during that period. Again, this has been announced, but not implemented yet. This is huge and amazing news, as it will allow sponsorship visa holders to access more flexible and fair working conditions. And it will be easier to change employers or sponsors if things are not going well at work. 4. Minimum salary raised. The minimum salary package required for the sponsorship 482 TSS visa will be raised from $53,900 to $70,000. This is known as Temporary Skilled Migration Income Threshold, and it hadn't been adjusted for the past 10 years. 5. Sponsoring UK citizens is now easier and faster. As a result of a new free trade agreement between Australia and the UK, employers are no longer required to show evidence that they have attempted to find an Australian worker to fill the position before hiring a foreign worker. This is called labour market testing, and it is a pain for everyone, and it delays the process for at least 28 days. UK passport holders are going to be able to lodge their applications for the 482 visa and the associated employer nomination much faster. This immigration change in Australia will simplify the process of sponsoring UK citizens to work in the country, addressing skilled shortages. Going forward on other Australian visa news and changes. 6. Student visa work permission back to part-time hours. From 1st July 2023. Student visa holders in Australia are allowed to work 48 hours per fortnight. Since January 2022, there has been a temporary relaxation of the work limitations imposed on student visa holders, granting them the opportunity to work unlimited hours to address the significant skills shortage Australia has been facing since the pandemic began. 7. Australian 485 graduate visa updates. From 1st July 2023, international students who complete their studies in Australia will be required to nominate a skilled occupation on the medium and long-term strategic skills list and provide a positive skills assessment to apply for the graduate visa 485 under the graduate work stream. On top of that, graduates applying under the post-study work rights stream will be eligible for a 2-year extension of their graduate visas. However, this extension is only available for eligible qualifications listed by the Australian Immigration here. We have another article dedicated to explaining all graduate visa news in more detail. 8. Aged care workers can now be sponsored and apply for PR. Aged care workers now have the option to apply for a TSS 482 sponsorship visa. This is great news because the sponsorship visa allows professionals to live and work in Australia for up to 4 years, and after 2 years of full-time work experience, apply for permanent residence through the Employer Nomination Scheme, Subclass 186. Thank you for joining us on this special breaking news segment of Australian immigration. Stay tuned for more updates.